Oh, wait. I got to do it now. Wait. This is going to be funny. Wait. You ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another Power episode of Divine Panther Presents. Today we shall be discussing White Boy Tommy as we talk about Force Season 2, Episode 9. No loose ends. I think it was this one. What? I don't know. I actually like some things in this episode.
Okay.
I want to say that up front. I was like, all right. I see what y'all trying to do.
I think it's everyone keeping their clothes on, right?
I fast forwarded.
I did too. I can't with that scene. Come on.
As soon as Stacy and old boy started kissing, I was like, this is what I'm not watching.
No, I actually watched it the first time, but then I watched it again this morning, and I was like, no, I refuse. I cannot. No.
I was like, take your. I was waiting. I was waiting for Nina to come in and just smack the shit out of both of them and be like, "You ain't cheating on me, Dre. Like you are not cheating on me. Not in Chicago. Not with no man." But anyway,
I was like, how are they reusing storylines from other shows now? I'm like this. I was like, didn't I see this in BMF? Where they were on a stakeout and then all of a sudden sex breaks out, but at least. It actually looked like sex in BMF. This is just like dry humping.
I have to take your word for it. I have to take your word for it. I was like, I'm not doing it.
It was dry humping, Jamani. It was weird because he pulled his pants down, and I was like, there's no way you guys could be having sex because she's sitting on her stuff. So please, this is the thing, if you're not gonna be real about it or realish, just don't do it. They could have kissed, and I would have been fine with that.
Can I just? All right, we know what Dre, what Stacy is in other shows and whatever.
Absolutely, we know.
I just think they must have just been scissoring or something like It was not actual penetration. It was just I don't know. It was just rubbing against each other.
It can be effective.
Y'all are going to get canceled, okay? It's so sad. Why is it that straight people can play gay, but then gay people can't play straight?
No. I'm not saying that. She's doing a good job as Stacy. Okay, as a woman who's married, she's playing that. Okay, it's just that leave the sex scenes out. We don't need them in order to move the storyline along. That's what I
disagree with you, Kim, because she's not doing a good job with that. They have absolutely no chemistry at all.
They don't have a chemistry. No. I'm saying her playing a heterosexual woman. When I look at her, I don't see that she's, what we know.
You don't see Drake.
I don't see Drake. Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's kind of like
that's disgusting. That's what does it. The wig thing. It's like, oh wait a minute.
It's the wig and it's the clothes, right? I mean, we've never seen her in a form-fitting anything ever.
Yeah. That's true. Also true. Any kind of woman anything or feminine thing. Worst sex scene ever.
Yes, Oliver.
It was bad. I think I've seen worse.
Have you?
I want to say Power Book 2 with old boy Diamond got early parole, and Jenard got happy to have old Diamond back when Diamond drowned Jamal.
How'd he get early parole? How'd he get early parole when it's clear
we don't even know what happened to his parole officer?
Remember the parole officer had put that paperwork in for him before he found out from Jamal that Diamond was still selling drugs.
But literally, okay, so he put in the paperwork, but then literally he goes missing, and then why wasn't that rescinded at that moment?
Because they have no proof that Diamond did anything to him.
He had anything to do with it.
I know, but here's the deal. But let's be real. When you're already like beneath the jail or whatever, they're able, like they do some stuff that they probably could not do to someone who is already kind of released, right? Like already released. Like at that point, they're like, oh, we're gonna put your shit on hold. Like unlike a regular civilian who's not in prison, you know what I mean? Like in that case, it's like one of those things where it's like like I've actually seen this like in real life, like actually seen dealing with like relatives who were actually in this, like they'll hold you up if they think of something suspicious is happening, even if you are scheduled to have something. You know what I mean? They will do that. That's why I was like, okay, that's not really realistic if you know that he's being on an investigation after getting a tip that he's probably dealing with drugs again, and he goes missing. No, at that point it's like, you know what? Yeah, I know that paperwork is in, but nah, we're gonna put that on hold until we get the shit figured out. That's how we get it.
No, it was the matter that the lady who came into the barbershop, she's telling the guys, search the basement, look everywhere. They're asking him to let them know if he hears from him, on what planet are they going to do that? He should have been in an interrogation room because he was the last person to see him before he went missing.
Yeah, a person of interest. He's a person of interest. Like, what?
Yeah. I'm like, it doesn't matter if you were going to get it. Now you're a person of interest, and now you're going to be here until we find otherwise. It's not a matter of we're going to give you the benefit of the doubt. No, we need to find out something to the contrary to let you go.
I agree with y'all. What I agree with you. I was actually happy. This is one of the things I was actually happy about, because at least a death mattered. And there was actually some type of what happened to so-and-so, because Seamus has been dead for weeks and no one gives a fuck. Like, no one has asked any questions about whatsoever, right? We got 2 Flynn people dead that Tommy killed. He killed that Latin dude in the park. No one has mentioned any of these bodies. This is the first time that a death actually like led to something. And I was like, so I was kind of happy that they at least made an effort to act like this meant something.
Well, if you're gonna say Shameless meant nothing, then that shows you why D-Mac is back. Because I'm like, there's no sense in him being away if nobody gives a shit.
Also, and that just came out of fucking nowhere. Real quick, was Diamond wearing gloves when he killed Jamal? It was in the water, and it don't matter.
No,
he
wasn't though. He wasn't.
He wasn't, but it doesn't matter. It's in water.
Because you know what's not going to happen? Wife, apparently, is not going to be like, hey, my son recently got killed because of a drug dealer named Diamond, and my husband just went missing after finding out I was fucking Diamond, but I'm not going to tell the cops anything. It's fine.
No, he's going to be back clapping them cheeks.
Oh, of course. Absolutely. Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
I was like, what?
Diamond's back in there. Diamond's back in there. He helped her out, okay? He got rid of Jamal for her, okay? Because he was nothing but a pain in the ass anyway. He was cheating on her. He wasn't a good man anyway. So basically, he got rid of a problem for her. And then when she finds out that it wasn't Diamond's fault that her son was killed, she's gonna be back with Diamond. So why?
And then just begging Diamond, like,
and Diamond is going to avenge Leon's death, as was said. We were disagreeing about that last week about, he's not going to do, 2 weeks ago, about him doing whatever to a 16-year-old. I think that he's going to do it. And even though it's King whoever,
King
Kilo's cousin or nephew, he's still going to do it because he's Diamond just doesn't give a F anymore. So he's going to do it, and it's going to cause problems. And that's the drama that makes the show, is the engine of the show. It's just
right. It's gonna rev it up. Right. I agree with you, Damani. I do.
I agree. This is one of the other things that I will say. I like the fact that they even bothered to mention said murderer of Jamal. But I don't think it's coming. I don't think he's actually going to do it. I think they were trying to say he made an effort. But I don't see them on camera watching him kill a 16-year-old. Like I can't see him doing that. I mean, but I could be wrong. He could be that far gone. But if it happens off camera.
But then again, okay, maybe he gets what's his name, D-Mac to do it.
D-Mac to do it.
D-Mac already caught a body, so yeah.
Yeah, he might get D-Mac to do it. He might.
They killed Reno on camera, so
somehow D-Mac and them and him were best friends or some silly shit, and he's like, I got to avenge this poor boy. Marshall. Marshall, you know who loves
D-Mac and Marshall together.
Marshall.
D-Mac and Marshall, both of the child boys.
Either one of those, right, Chris? Either one of those guys, because they're in the same range of age, right?
Yeah.
They could do it. But Jamani has a point. We saw Raina get shot by a grown man in the head, right? We saw this.
Yeah. But that's different. But it was a guy who we didn't give a shit about.
Yeah.
Like, we were ready to get him murked as soon as he did that.
Yeah. He's
want you to care
not a
about
character.
that.
Tommy didn't do it. Yeah. Ghost didn't do it. Like 2-Bit didn't do it. So we're supposed to care about these characters. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And Diamond is still supposed to be someone we're trying to root for. But with D-Mac being back, I can totally see him
D-Mac
somehow taking.
Yeah.
Yep. D-Mac and
Marshall. I would love to see Marshall. I would love to see Bakari do some Bakari shit.
Yeah. He said, "This is for the pastor. I mean, this is for my friend. This is for my
what happened?
For Leon, not the pastor.
I feel like this is what I do." He's like, D-Mac, I feel like this is what I do. So apparently,
okay, David, did you not say that some of your fans are like, stop talking about other shows? So we have to stop. We have to call him Marshall.
What if we set?
Oh damn! So somebody called him out, huh?
Yeah, it's a critique. Yes, it was a critique.
It was a we were going deep into Yellowstone.
Yes.
Which is coming back next November.
Yeah.
All right, so that's all we'll say about that.
What if Diamond sets King Kilo's relative up for one of those murders, whether it's Shameless or Tyrone, the parole officer?
Again, it may be because they actually mentioned Tyrone. Because they mentioned Tyrone, that would be something, you know what I'm saying? But like, no one gave a fuck about Seamus. Like, no one's even uttered his name, so that don't make any sense. Like, maybe the parole officer. But I like they made an effort to make Tommy look like a mastermind, like he's playing chess, not checkers. Like, I like the idea that this episode he was like, I'm getting Miguel out the way. I'm messing up the serves. I'm gonna be that. Like he was making moves that a ghost would type of do, and they were trying to give him those kind of moments to be like he's the brains behind the operation.
He looked weak.
I would say that he's still the same Tommy because when you had Tommy and Ghost, it was always like the way Diamond was. He was more pragmatic, just like Ghost was. And Tommy's like, I just want to push it a little bit more. And it was always, he's still the same Tommy. And I like that. And yeah, Hefe, I could do this for you. I could do that for you. I can fall back right now. And that's the way Tommy was in the original Power. It was, he wanted to push the line, and Ghost was just like, let's just wait it out.
Yeah. Like, calm your ass down. Like,
but no, true though. But he was also like, hey, like this is supposed to be Miguel's moment. If we mess up Miguel and we do it ourselves, like we can be that person that Che is looking for. And then his whole plan with Shanti to be like, secretly we know we're working together, but we're beefing so you can inside Claudia's operation. Like, that's like some strategic thinking they're trying to get Tommy doing. That I was like, okay, they're giving him moments to see where it turns into. I also like the fact that Shanti and Jenard, there was some inkling of a rift between them. That Diamond is it. Like, Diamond's the thing.
Yeah.
And I like that. But she noticed she ran straight to her man. It was like, baby, guess what? I got a new opportunity. Because like she about her man. But when she brought up getting rid of Diamond, he was like, you shut the fuck up. Because that's my brother.
Because I'm thinking Jenard might have to take her out.
Over Diamond.
Or Diamond, yeah, right. Yeah. But I think it's more so Jenard, because she's gonna overstep and go after Diamond, and I think Jenard's gonna be like, I can't let you kill my brother. Like, you're not listening to me. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That it will. Yeah, he will have to kill her to save Diamond. Some to that effect, and I can see that happening. But now we can see that's possible. Because before I was like, she hardcore about Jenard. I mean, she what's up, Chris? I see you shaking.
No, we see you shaking your head, Chris. What's going on?
She's just annoying. She's just like it's just like the way
it's too much. It's too much. Yeah.
She just press over Jenard like, why you gotta be so soft? And when I'm like, chill out. I know you boxing all, but you ain't gonna do that.
Chris, was you waiting for him to grab her by the throat? I was waiting.
I wanted him to. I
want to sign a petition to get an order of protection, because I don't feel safe for Jenard.
Yeah,
He was all-
I don't know. It's funny. I actually liked her character in the beginning. God damn stars when they do this. Like, where like you start to like some of these characters, and then they just kind of like, it was like the problem is they give them too much screen time. That's the problem. They give them too much screen time, and then you learn like, oh, I don't like you after all. You know what I mean? So, and that's what I'm getting with Shanti. You know?
And it's weird, right, Chris? Because okay, Jenard is a established drug dealer, right?
Mhm.
He ran CBI for 15 years when his brother was gone, right?
Yeah.
He is, even though right now he's at his weakest state because supposedly he got off drugs within 3 days, heroin. Okay, within 3 days. Okay,
72 hours.
yes. And I was like, no, that doesn't happen. No. Exactly. The only thing that I see that's wrong with Jenard right now is that he needs to get his shape up, get his hair done, and put on some clothes like he used to wear in previous episodes, right? So, but with all that said, Shanti is trying to like buck at him, like nigga, and it's like no, sweetheart, this is Jenard. This is Jenard. He's Diamond's brother, okay? He learned a lot from his brother. So you need to calm down because I was waiting for him to grab her by the throat and be like, bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up and stop bucking at me. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't try. This is the thing about us women, right? Don't get me wrong. I am a strong Black woman, but I know when to shut up. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm talking, if you're talking to a man, whether he's bigger than you or not, a man is always stronger than you, right? And you know, sometimes us women, we can go overboard. We can get in your face and start saying some stuff, and we need to calm down and understand that this man can grab you by the neck and just snap it. You know what I'm saying? She's not, for some reason, she thinks she can intimidate Jenard. And the thing is, he's allowing it because I think he's looking at her now like, I think I gave you too much power. I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm allowing you to do too much. And I think I need you to fall back for a second. You know what I mean? That's how I see it anyway.
We got Shanti is gone next episode.
It's season finale. Absolutely.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that, Marcus. Yeah.
David, really?
Again, I think it'll be
Diamond. Gonna go to
distance? I think Diamond.
Really?
If she tries to take out Diamond, then Jenard will kill her. I mean, that's the only thing.
I feel that way too.
David, let's be real. All three of those girls gone. The girl, the Spice Girls are out of here.
No, Elise is out of here, Chris. Elise is out of here.
So I can see Shanti taking her out.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah,
this episode, they actually made Claudia Tommy, because she did the exact same thing Tommy did. In this episode, she bucked between the Serb and his new connect. And was like, I just happened to be here. I got a whole operation. Maybe we can work together. And I was like, she was basically this episode what Tommy did last episode. And then I'm like, now I'm looking at her girlfriend like a Holly, because she's like, oh my God, or an Angie, like, oh, you did this for me. Like, you're helping me get from point A to point B. And I'm like, if they keep Claudia, she's gonna need a side chick. And I'm like, so she may go the distance. Shanti can go, but I think white girl might stick around.
You think Claudia's gonna go the distance for real?
I feel they need one of those Flynns to stick around. Vic is definitely going to die, but I can see Claudia going the distance. At least
I don't know.
I can see Vic skating, but I'm like, the season will have meant nothing if Claudia stays alive. I'm like, you might as well throw away the whole show, because if he doesn't avenge her death, and with the preview that they gave us for next week, where he's quoting, the anti-terror slogan, which is, I only have to be lucky one time. You got to be lucky every day of your life, which is, like, it is. If he doesn't do it in this next episode, I have to lose faith in his abilities. Like, he is inept.
If he was the real Tommy, she would have been dead by episode 2. Like, she would not be alive at this point. Like, so it's already off what Tommy would do. This whole I gotta go get evidence and that bullshit, which he didn't even do. Like, he hasn't even mentioned Liliana's name since episode 2 or 3, and I'm like, so he hasn't said anything about her, and that's weird. Like you said, Tommy would have been killed Claudia. I don't understand why he's holding on to like letting her live for what?
And they keep bringing up her security, and I'm like, She needs security for what?
Tommy killed one of her security guards and they didn't even notice. He murdered that dude. And no one even.
No. Well, I was going to say the only thing that I can only think of is why Tommy's not doing what Tommy does when it comes to Claudia is that, like we even kind of said, what's her name? I can never say her name. The one who died, the one we're talking about as far as avenging the death. What's her
Liliana?
name? Liliana. When Liliana, like one of the reasons why she's not in the show anymore is because like certain issues she had with the producers and certain things that she wouldn't do, right? So she was impromptu, like removed herself from the show, right? So I don't think the intention probably initially was, I'm assuming now, well, looking at all of like these first 9 episodes, that the intention was to remove Claudia in the first place, but they just kind of had to add this whole other thing to make it make sense in the sense of like what, like who shot her, because it could have been no name who shot her, right? I think if anything, it would probably make sense if Walter Flynn was the one, the one shooting her, but then he wouldn't have even been involved in that shootout in the first place either. So I guess that part don't make any sense. But so they kind of put themselves in a bind here, in the sense of like now y'all decide to make the shooter be Claudia, and then y'all decide to write into the script basically saying that Tommy's so upset about what happened to her that now he wants revenge, and we're not getting that. So I don't know. I like we always do. I'm blaming the writers on this. Like this is like this is. Why write the first 2 episodes in the sense of him being so upset? Then? Like, what's the point of that? Just don't.
That was the theme of the season. I mean, if you look on Deadline, that was the theme of the season. That wasn't just like again like one episode and then like that just fell out. That went to nothing. I mean, I just knew it was going to be the whole season. I knew it was going to be the whole season, and then it wasn't. It's just like
yeah. See, what would have been good storytelling is if he lost Liliana, and now he's, I don't know, has some sort of thing where he's into Latin women, and then he meets Mariah, and this is why he think it's like some sort of psychological transference or something, and now that's why he fell in love so quick, because that relationship doesn't make any freaking sense. Here's all the codes to my apartment for what? To do what with?
So you can move in. Shanti is out for her own personal gain. I think Jenard is catching on to her and trying to manipulate him. That could be a possibility.
Yep, I agree with that. Yep.
But Jamon, you're forgetting that he was with Lala's character. He was with, Lala's Puerto Rican, so. And
we showed, and he showed to Mariah that he still loves Lakeisha, because he actually had like water in his eyes, and I was like,
whoa.
So where'd you get that name?
She got murdered in their house. You know what I'm saying? So
I know, but okay, look.
No, he didn't. He felt sad that there was a betrayal, because he said she wasn't about this life.
Right.
So he's saying, oh, she was disloyal in some sort of way. So that's why she's not around
now. So the fact that real quick, D-Mac is gonna betray Tommy and go against him. I think we're gonna get CBI versus Tommy war. Tommy's like by himself. I'm saying, but I mean, so it'd be interesting. I mean, if that's gotta work, like how it's gonna be like, I don't know. It could be possible. I can see D-Mac is not happy with any of his family members right now.
D-Mac doesn't make any sense with the stuff he was talking about. He's like, oh, I left there because you should see all the marks on my body or whatever. I'm like, do you know what you would get if you were in prison for killing a cop? Like, stop. That's nothing compared. Did you see what happened to Ghost when he was in jail for old boy's murder? I forget the guy's name. The guy that Angie was with or whatever. I forgot. But I'm like, going to prison for killing a cop is nothing compared to whatever he was getting at that little kid.
Greg.
Yeah.
Greg. When Ghost will go. But also, so they want us to believe that Tommy sent his only nephew, I guess, to like some kind of prison camp or some shit. Like this wasn't Yellowstone. Like he should have had the brand. I'm sorry, I gotta say it. I want to see D-Mac to be like,
David, what are we watching, David?
They got he got the brand. He got the brand.
I think D-Mac is just, I think he's putting on. I don't think anything is wrong with him. I think that they probably were trying to give him structure, something he's never had in his life. And he's just like, oh, they was beating me. They were probably going to do anything. He got on a horse and fell off or something. He just doesn't have any kind of sense that they're trying to help him. You know, you come back to the ghetto thinking that that's where you should be, not understanding that your life could be so much better if you just listen. But he's a teenager, and so he thinks this life is better. But what's going to happen when they find out that he killed Seamus?
If anyone even gives a fuck. I mean, this
that
is why
true, no one's looking for him.
No, well, Diamond is, and I think that's the interesting part about, you know, if it's a matter of if Diamond finds out that he's not dead, and it's an issue of, oh, well, I wanted, you know, you're telling me that Jenard was the snitch and I was supposed to be set up to kill him. But you said, D-Mac did this. We know he did this. Why is he not dead? And we have the whole Miguel saying, you can't trust Blanco, you know, so it's a matter of, you told me that he was dead. Now he's not dead. So I can't really trust you. And now there's going to be a break in between Diamond and Tommy.
That would be if it comes down to family. If Tommy,
I think it's going to be they're trying to build a rift between Tommy and Diamond, because when it first started out and Miguel was talking to Diamond about, you know, is Tommy, will you choose Tommy? Will you choose us over Tommy? Basically is what he was saying. And you know, Diamond didn't say anything. And I'm like, if you ride or die for Tommy, you would have said, nah, I'm not really interested in something. He didn't say anything. And I was like, oh, damn. And then when Tommy and Diamond were walking back with the shovels, and they were at odds on who's the actual leak, you know, that was them showing a rift. I mean, they're starting to show that eventually Diamond and Tommy are gonna split. That's what I think. And it's going to be Diamond and Jenard against Tommy.
I think they're trying to go for that Ghost and Tommy split around season 2, going into season 3. Like, and I'm like, it's not the same. But I think it's what they're trying to do.
It's not the same at all. Yeah,
it's not the same. When Grandma was shown walking by herself, it's not. Yeah, we haven't got. No, you're right. We haven't got there yet in their relationship. We just haven't gotten there yet.
And I think Shanti might actually go on Tommy's side.
Well, same thing with this comment. When the grandma being killed didn't mean shit because I don't care about the grandma. Like I didn't see her being important to the cartel or relationship or anything. She
they keep building up on insulin. They built her up like as if she was going to be this big bad, you know, badass, and she was only a couple episodes, and then just for her to get murked out, I was like, the moment. It's funny he said that in that comment because for me it was like the moment she started asking about Nunez, like, where's Nunez? I'm like, oh shit. I was like, don't. I'm thinking like she better just be kidnapped because she ain't get that much screen time for her to try to throw some wisdom just for her to get killed off like this early. What? And then they just had the car spell. I'm like, they just casino her. Like what? Like come on, man. I was like, come on, dude. It was just like I don't know.
it was a bit far fetched again for us to be like, oh my god, grandma's gone. I was like, who is grandma?
No, my abuela. Oh no!
Can I just say that when they always do this on TV shows, I find it to be funny as hell. That because of the safety issues involved with the practical stunts, is that there's always a car that's parked far as hell away from an actual building. Yep. It's like cars are usually parked in front of a building, close to a building, or something like that. It's just this car is just in a wide parking lot
with no cameras, Jamani. With no cameras, by the way. There's no camera,
so no one can see. Who did it. But all of a sudden, Tommy, a super detective, can figure out it was Nunez just after we conveniently heard Grandma say Nunez is a problem.
Mariah said that.
Mariah told him, and Mariah said it's because Miguel wants you dead, not because I want to get the traitor who killed my abuela.
I'm talking about previously. Previously, it was Grandma who told Miguel that Nunez is a problem. Because and I'm like, who is that dude? Like, he just came up out of nowhere, and now all of a sudden he's the traitor, and we're supposed to be like, oh, we're surprised. I'm like, who the fuck is this dude in the first place? But to Maria's all of a sudden was like, hey, guess what? It was so and so. I was, hey, the insulin thing. We talked about this, right? We're like, why is this insulin shot bullshit keep on coming up? And in the comments we were talking about, like, what if Maria hears her brother plotting to kill her man, and somehow Miguel don't know that they're fucking, and then she's like, hey, I can give you an insulin shot because you need one now because grandma's gone, and she's like, boop, and it's like, that's how I saved my baby. So like, Miguel is not Miguel's dying.
House of Usher. Oh, that's why we can't do other shows. We can't do other shows, but yes, he'll start injecting some other stuff that's not necessarily insulin. So
I feel like that's what we're gonna get. I think that's how Miguel. And then so again, I was weirded out about the conversation that she's like, Tommy, I choose you over my brother because you see me, and I'm like, what? What is your brother not seeing in you? Like you're not dating, like you're not a couple. Like if there were a couple, this would make sense. Like Tommy is the lover or the person she's supposed to be with. But like, it's not like she's ever asked to be a part of the business and her brother won't let her do it, but Tommy will. Like, I'm like, what is happening?
Have you ever been around Latino people? They are like this. This is not, they somehow, it's like their sister. And I know this is going to sound weird, but their sister is like, not their girlfriend, but it's like, don't touch her. Like she's off limits to you. Unless I give you permission to touch my sister. They do act like this. And it to me, it's just a little bit of overkill. But I mean, I grew up with Puerto Ricans and they do act like this over their sister. And sisters act like this over their brother.
I can understand being a protective sibling. It's just that conversation. It just seems like she's like, again, what does Tommy see in you that your brother doesn't see in you? What is Tommy letting you do? And I'm like, I'm not getting that. Like the relationship is just forced, if you will.
Let me tell you, it really is, because I don't like seeing them together. Like I do have them as a picture in the back, but it's because they weird me out. They're kissing. This episode, I just fast forward through it. I was like, what? They don't.
Which one's worse kissing? That one or the one with Stacy?
Stacy.
Oh,
they don't have the chemistry that Lakeisha is. And even in the beginning with Tommy and Lakeisha, it was a little awkward. But then somehow Lala and Joseph got it together. Because then I was like, okay, I can see it now. Like after a while, I can see it. I don't see it with these two at all. I just don't.
Well, we kind of know why that is, like because of the whole Me Too movement, and they have like these intimacy coaches and stuff now, and we're never gonna see the scenes.
Oh yeah, wait a minute, Jamani, that's not true because Me Too has been going on for like 6 years now, and
I'm saying with the fact that they have like these intimacy coaches on the sets now, and it's like they're more choreographed in permission of touching this and filming that and all this type of stuff. There's more stuff that goes on behind the scenes than it.
Well, they don't have it on all black shows or Tubi.
Let's say Kathleen Kennedy. I don't think they go that far, right? Kathleen.
Yeah, they can't afford that.
It's Maria. It's Maria. We gotta get. It's Maria. Like I don't write that down.
Next month, we'll all be speaking about Mariah.
Her name is Maria.
Look at you, Chris. Because it looks a lot like Christmas. I like that. It looks a lot like Christmas. I see where we're going with that. Jenard knows that Miguel is a diabetic. Yeah, but I don't see Jenard.
I wanted to get into that.
Topic's coming back. You don't think the whole insulin thing is
like?
Yeah. I said it's going to be Maria.
No.
Okay, Jamani. What's up?
I don't know if this is gonna happen, but this is the best way that it could possibly.
No, because he wanted his prediction to come first. Because he didn't want anyone to beat him.
I know. Never mind.
Because he didn't want anyone to beat him to the punch. So that's why.
My fault. There you go, Jamani. You have the floor.
When you brought that up, I got the epiphany that it's going to be Diamond and Jenard. They're gonna break off from Tommy, right? So he has the picture of Mariah and he knows about the insulin. So
Maria, damn it. Maria. Not fucking up her name.
Maria.
All right.
So basically, when Tommy and Maria decide to kill Miguel with they're gonna probably put heroin in it, and they're gonna say he overdosed, and they're gonna say this is why he was making bad decisions. He didn't know what was going on in his organizations. He was a drug user, right? And then Jenard is gonna come back to Che and say, nah, Tommy is with his sister. I got the pictures. And I saw him getting insulin. So that's how the sister injected him, because those two are working together.
Ah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we got that theory. All right. So how's the picture going to come back up? How's the heroin thing going to come back up? We got to tie this together. I like that. We'll do something with that. Let's start. Tommy the clown took this long to realize that Vic was the CI. I didn't get that either.
That took too long. That took too long. Yeah.
That's why, David, I don't believe like what you said as far as like you like Tommy in this one, like where Tommy was like seemed like more of a leader and a smart guy. That alone made me like when you said that, I was like, I got triggered because I was like, no, this fool never knew that Vic was the freaking like the snitch. Like the hell? Like man.
I mean, everybody has a weak point. I'm just saying of the shit that Tommy has done, and especially this season, this year, I'm trying to give him something. Like this episode, he really was like, let's try this plan. So that's all I'm saying.
Why they hide it? Like in the sense of like with the whole phone thing, when they were like, I thought because they didn't say out loud that it was Vic, they were like, oh, here's the number that came back, right? And they didn't say it out loud, right? Because I was waiting for him to say like, oh my God, Vic or something, right? Or saying it was Vic's phone. And when she didn't say it, and when Tommy didn't say it, I was thinking like, oh, is it? Turns out there was actually a second snitch, because we already, us as an audience, we knew it was Vic. So why wouldn't you just not say it? And then like when he shows up at the very end, I'm like, oh, what the hell? Like what the hell? Like I try to act like there's something mysterious. It's like
a big reveal.
Who is? Yeah. Am I the only one that kind of felt like that? Like that's how they were.
Well, no, because I felt as though when he gave all of the reasons at the beginning of the episode, I was like, that is why I agreed with Tommy not knowing, as everybody else is saying, that I don't see how Tommy doesn't know. He's like, he killed his father, which is not really a reason for him not being snitched. Yeah. But there's the whole, he killed a cop in front of me.
He killed a cop.
Snitch is doing that?
After he was talking to the cop. So you seen him talking to the cop, and he's like, oh, and then shoot him.
No,
a CI wouldn't do that. Like a CI, like after a CI has been caught, like you think if you gave CI an option, but like, yo, I know that's your handler, but to put a bullet in him, and like because you're now seeing a snitch, a lot of CIs would probably just shot that dude. Like it to me that was still unrealistic. It was like unrealistic in the sense of like.
But usually, if you kill your handler as a CI, they're gonna pull you out. Like they're not just going to let you continue the mission.
But the fact is, you see someone saw you talking to someone, you're going to be literally dead, literally, or in jail. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's why he said, we're not taking care of the body. Just leave him here. Because it was like, if they find the body, if you're the CI, they're gonna pull you in. They're not just gonna keep you out on the continuous mission, knowing that your handler has been killed. That's why Tommy is saying, I'm less likely to suspect him.
It's just I just felt that like Tommy was already suspicious when seeing Vic chatting with this cop, right? He was already suspicious, and then only when he said, "Hey," like because if you remember, he pointed the gun at Vic first. He's like, "Well, if you ain't a snitch, prove you ain't a snitch, then put a bullet in it." Any one of us would have been like, "Okay," and shot him. Like what?
Absolutely.
Like you put a bullet to Vic's head, of course he's going to shoot him. What? That doesn't prove anything. That was weird.
It's not just that. I'm saying the time after that is he's still around. Nothing is he hasn't. It's not like Vic just disappeared. Like he's been detained and being questioned or something. Vic is still around. It's not. There was no difference in continuity. That's the issue. That it was like, all right, so he seems like he's good to go. Like he doesn't seem like a snitch, because if if a cop that was handling him got killed, that would basically be the end of the mission. Everybody would have got raided. Nothing changed.
I thought it was kind of weird that even faced with the evidence, Tommy still was like, double check it. Like, this is not your brother. Like, this is not Ghost. This is not like JB. Like, why are you all of a sudden?
If SJ, I think it's SJ Smith, after seeing Tommy and Diamond argue about how the snitch, about how the snitch, I feel Tommy looks at Vic the same way Diamond looks at Jenard, and how Ghost looked at Rollo like his little brother. So it could be that too. I agree with that. Maybe
it's again, that takes time. That's possible. I can see what S.J. Smith is talking about, but we need to see that relationship develop. Like, we need to be like Rolla. Like, Rolla was a mentee, as we heard in dialogue. Way before.
Ghost knew him a long time. Yeah, since he was a kid.
So like, there's something to work with there. But like, you just met this dude, and I'm like, you two have not been there and done that. Force really written like a cartoon. in some cases, yes. In some cases, yes. I will say.
Okay, the biggest issue with this episode to me is that whole phone issue. If he comes back as soon as he gets the new phone and says, "Okay, this is my new number." Why are you giving them your number? This makes no investigative sense. You would give them Tommy's new number. You would tap Tommy's new phone, because we want to see all the people that Tommy is calling. We want to see the people that are calling you, and you're the CI. You're already.
We have your number.
Yeah. We don't care about you. We want to know about Tommy. If your phone gets us to Tommy, why would I tap your phone? I would tap his phone. That Tommy's number should have been what came up, and it should have been a matter of who out of all of these people got my line tapped. Now I'm like, Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad did it the best. Saul opens up the drawer. He has Post-its on each phone. This is for this person. I talk to them. I say something incriminating. I break the flip phone, and then I start anew with them with a new phone.
Yeah. Supernatural did that too. Supernatural, they actually taped it on the phone. They said this phone is for this, So
yeah, I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. You're going to get new phones, and not the same cycle of how you talk to people and everything. Nothing changes. You're looking for a snitch because their phone got tapped, as opposed to the person in position to be in charge.
You know what, Johnny? You're right. Because why wouldn't they tap Tommy's phone, not Victor's phone?
I'm saying you got a new phone. What is Tommy's new number? Not what is your new number?
You're right. It should have been Tommy's new number.
So is Tommy gonna find? Since all of a sudden he figured out security cameras somehow? Is he gonna find? Is he gonna find that bug that Vic stuck in under his table?
Obviously not, because they heard him
ever gonna come back to me anything?
Maria.
I don't think he's gonna find it.
He's probably not gonna find it in that. The next episode is probably raiding Tommy's house, probably, because he said something incriminating.
I don't think they got enough. I mean, somebody said it, that maybe Maria, they're gonna catch Maria as she's trying to leave for her vacation that she's already planning. And be like, sorry, baby.
And they go in the guns are blazing like that.
I mean, you don't know. I mean, it depends how hard they want to go. I mean, because Stacey won, she's street detective / prosecutor, so she could kick down the door herself just to take Maria out to get to Tommy.
Or it could be that Maria told on Miguel.
It could, right, to save Tommy, right?
Save Tommy,
and that kind of stuff. Let's see. No, he threw his old phone away. He had to give them the new number because he didn't have the phone anymore.
But still, it still doesn't.
But you meet with him. So I mean, you're right, Kim. Like he did lose his phone and they got a new phone. But Jamani's also correct to be like, it's Tommy's number they should have had because this whole started with we need to get to Tommy's phone. That's what Stacey said. Like it's Tommy that they're trying to track, right? So also, have you noticed that they still have not asked the question, who is Tommy working with in CBI? Who is in charge of CBI? Diamond. Oh, you mean the guy who's on parole? Yeah, the guy that just got released for parole. Like they conveniently have forgotten those basic things of like Tommy did not create CBI, so who's running it now? And real quick, back to the new parole officer. How do you not know who Diamond's brother is, and the fact that he has a criminal history himself? And so why are you taking his word and his alibi to be like, oh, you must not have killed your parole officer because your criminal brother said you were with me that night? Okay.
I don't think she's done investigating. No, that she's not done investigating. And I mean, do you know how many criminals like they work with every single day? I don't think that she was like, oh, that's Jenard. He's I don't think no. There's tons of criminals this person probably works with, but I don't think that she believes Jenard. I think that she's going to continue to investigate, and then I think that she may even get with Stacey. We don't know. We don't know yet. You know.
I'm just saying at the level that Diamond was, right, as the head of CBI, you would think they were like, oh, this ain't just like ordinary. He wasn't just an ordinary drug dealer, right? Like, and then like who took over for the business? It just seemed kind of weird. They'd be like, oh, okay, I'll just take your word for it. But you're right. I mean, if she comes back and this comes back to be a thing, like maybe we'll get more into that. So we got she just doesn't care. She has tunnel vision. Imagine Stacey and Shanti working together against Tommy.
What? Why
if they catch? So
I don't think Shanti is gonna do that.
If Shanti gets arrested, if Stacey arrests Shanti for some drug dealing she's doing with Claudia, and she's like, you got to flip on someone, and the only person Stacey cares about is Tommy. That is possible in that sense. Yeah. That's possible. If they somehow care about arresting Claudia and getting to her operation, that's the only way I can see that. Happening. She won't turn on Jenard, but she'll turn on Tommy. Well,
question for I don't know if anyone else did anyone else kind of feel like somewhat disturbed or like kind of felt like, yo, no, Diamond, you in the wrong? Like when Diamond went to drown Leon's pops.
No, I think he was wrong. No.
I did, because here's the deal. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I kind of sided with the father a little bit. Even if you are a piece of shit father, right? And you do, like, my thing is, if you blame this man, right, for for the death of Leon, right? Yeah, I can see how all of a sudden you're gonna hit up the PO and be like, yo, this dude's still dealing with drugs, right? Yeah, I'm gonna get my revenge. That's my revenge, right? So your response then is to, well, I'm gonna drown this fool. No, this dude, like, as much as a piece of shit this father is, right? This dude's clearly obviously hurting, right? He's a piece of shit father or whatever. But so your response is just to drown him? It was just weird. I don't know. Maybe I guess that's me.
Chris, okay. I understand what you said.
Yeah, he's a snitch of a kid. I'm sorry.
The snitch is of a kid dying.
It's a thing, babe. I'm telling you. It's not no joke though, but you do know, like, even with the street code stuff, when it comes to kids or whatnot, when it comes to even snitches, sometimes even people in prison, they sometimes give a pass when they find out the kid's involved. When the kid's involved, a lot of them get a pass. Now, unless you're talking about like a woman or a man or a grown person or whatever. It's a kid here. A kid is now dead, right? I was just kind of like, I don't know. I thought maybe, fine, beat his ass if you want to beat his ass.
No, he was a piece of shit. He was a piece of shit.
Can I do a quick rewrite? It would have been better if Gianna
was
upset about Leon dying like she was 2 weeks ago, and she went to the parole officer out of a moment of anger and said something, and Diamond thought that it was Jamal, and he's denying it, and then he killed him, and then he's back laying in bed, pillow talking with Gianna, and she's like, I went and I did that, but oh well.
That would have been better. That would have been better. That would have been much better, because it would force Diamond to reflect and realize, like, yo, I need to chill out. You know what I mean?
Or it just begs the question: how did he even know? How did Leon even know that Diamond was on parole? Or whose parole officer is? It's the girlfriend who said, "Hey, I know you a drug dealer, and I don't want you around my son." She's the one that blamed him, even though it wasn't his fault. But that would make more sense. Like she would be more invested to be like, "We gotta get this man out."
She said that her neighbor told her. So I'm like, her neighbor is basically the neighborhood watch going around telling her.
But if that's true, then the neighbor should have told her that it wasn't Diamond's fault and that it was the neighborhood kids that have been bullying Leon forever that killed him.
Well, what she said though, I knew even before that. She said, "I knew before I let you into my bed." So I don't know why she even mentioned the whole neighbor thing, but she said she already knew. But I do like the idea that it was her, that it was her that did it, because the husband didn't make any sense. Like if he was somehow, if he was doing it to save Gianna because she was getting beat or something, like he was a threat to her, then that would make something. But he's actually blamed the dad for Leon being killed. And I'm like,
it didn't make any sense.
Neither one of you are at fault. Like, it's a 16-year-old kid who shot him because he was bullying him. Like, go. Both of you work together.
I'm like, it's more Diamond's fault because Diamond taught him how to fight. If he didn't fight back, he wouldn't be dead.
No. Actually, Jamani's right. Jamani is right. You know what I mean? Because here's the deal. So, like even when me even when I grew up, like even when it came to like learning how to fight, you also had to be careful who you fight. Like even my dad had to tell me, like, yo, there's certain people, like certain kids, like just walk away, right? Even if you know you can take them, walk away. And it's because it was never said out loud, but it was like essentially insinuating like that person could have something on them. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry, you in downtown Chicago, dude. Like, yo, like you like how does Diamond not know that this was going to possibly maybe happen? You know? And now, granted, obviously, no, was it Diamond's fault? Exactly, absolutely not. It wasn't his fault. But I'm sorry, if I'm a grieving father, and then I know like this happened, then this happened, and it led to this happening. Me grieving, I am going to also blame Diamond. I am. I'm going to blame his ass. You know what I mean? Even though he's not directly at fault. No, but yeah, it makes perfect sense. That's why, like when he just drowned him, it's like, oh, it's your fault, man. Your fault. Even though I can only say 4 words, your fault. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? It just didn't work for me. It didn't work. Yeah.
I think Gianna would have made more sense if she would have found out that her husband is on drugs that CBI sells. So then she could be like, you ruined my life. Like my husband's on drugs, my son is dead, and you are responsible for all of it. And then
if she did that, you're right.
That would have been.
If she did that, I'll be fine if she did that. But the fact it came from Diamond, I was like, like his revenge. I'm like, nigga, you got some nerve. Like you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know if that body's ever gonna come back. It just seems like some random shit.
Oh, it was on 2 feet of water. That body coming back. It's gonna just like.
Is Stacey gonna find that body and somebody like Tommy must have did this? Well, why if Tommy is dead? Everything's blamed on Tommy.
We need that wire.
Should we have seen Diamond's parole hearing? No. I'm okay.
We already seen speeches.
Yeah, we don't need to see him talk. Like that's the last thing he needs is more talking scenes. No. We just saw Jenard maybe speak on his behalf, perhaps after being cleaned up and put in a suit, as Kim pointed out. But we don't need to see Bubba Gump give me more speeches. It's just not.
Bubba Gump.
When he was talking to Tommy, when they were walking back to the car, I was like, it's Forrest and Bubba, and I was like, damn it, this is bad.
There's all kinds of.
I was like, he should be like, run, Diamond, run. No, that's different character. But so how we moving forward, guys? Like this is the finale. Who's not making it? Somebody asked that question. Who would you think is not making it?
Vic.
Kim.
Oh.
I don't think Vic is making it. I think Vic is going to be dead. I think Vic, there's a possibility that Shanti might be going too. She might be.
All right.
I don't know. If Claudia stays alive, I'm going to be really disappointed, to be honest. They're saying that there's going to be major kills. I hope she's one of them. Because to be honest with you, I'm so done with her. Like the girlfriend, Elise, she needs to go too. For sure. Because I don't see the appeal. I don't know why they hired this young lady to be Claudia's girlfriend. She doesn't even have the look to be, in my opinion, to be in this. I'm sorry. She sticks out like a sore thumb. She really does. I'm like, she looks like a school teacher. Like, why is she here? I don't see her as being involved.
She's not sexy enough. She's not stud enough. She's not stud enough for me. Like, I'm just not feeling the whole relationship.
They could have cut her hair into a mohawk or something.
Something. Like, we know how you're supposed to look. We know how you're supposed to look, and this ain't it. This is not it.
The bangs and the whole. No, I'm sorry. No. So I feel like she needs to go. It might be Shanti who gets rid of her, because when Shanti was talking and Elise chimed in, and Shanti was like, "No, bitch, like shut the fuck up." I was like, "Wow, that was so disrespectful."
She gave it a hand.
She gave it a hand. I was like, so that's the people I think are gonna die. I don't know if I'm right. It's just a guess, but they did say it's gonna be major deaths. So I don't know. I think Miguel might be around till the next season. We'll see.
All right, so you putting Miguel living over Claudia living. You think Miguel is going to be the new threat? The new threat going into season 3, if there is a season 3.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Because again, when STARZ is cutting staff, I mean, like big staff, and Force has not been renewed, and this is not like most power shows are renewed way before they even start. Really, I mean, last season it took a while for them to renew. Before 2 got renewed, like these are not good signs. These are not good signs. I'm
not going to be negative. I love Joseph Sikora, and I want his show to do well. So I'm not even going to talk that into the atmosphere. It will be renewed. It will.
All right. All right. So, anything else as we try to wrap up?
I think that Gary Lennon wasn't a part of the creation of the series, so I think they're just gonna wipe the Flynns off the map, or make them a non-factor as of next episode. As far as Cartel goes,
wait, Jamani. Kim has to say goodbye, and then we are going to turn.
Yeah, we're doing goodbyes now.
Okay.
It's okay.
Anything else? Anything else, Kim?
No. I'm done. I'm done.
Look at you, Jamani. No, I'm kidding. All right, Kim. We'll see you for Kingdom business later on.
Absolutely.
Silliness. All right, Jamani. You were saying. I got a lot of stuff on his mind. What's up, Jamani? What you got?
My bad. I didn't know we were getting into the goodbyes. I just thought we were going around. I was saying the Flames are pretty much going to become a non-factor after the next episode, and I think that something's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of Cartel shaking up. I don't know what this new Cartel that they've introduced is supposed to mean, but if Shay does not want to go to war and says it's too expensive, why would this new Cartel want to get in business knowing that it means that we have to go to war by starting up a business with the Serbs or Claudia or what have you? Like, they know that we got to go to war immediately. Why would they sign up for that initially? Like, how small is Che's cartel compared to this other cartel that Che is scared of it?
Yeah. We don't know. We saw one guy. I mean, so we don't know how big this group is, or how far their reach is, or anything really. But everybody seems to know their name somehow. And it was, I forgot the guy who's headed the Serbs, but he's saying to Claudia, you gotta have all the money up front. And she tried to keep that poker face, but she's like really shaking. Like, I don't like, I think something's going to happen where her girlfriend is saying that she's going to get that money, but I don't think that at the end of the day, something's going to happen. And maybe the first deal might, because they said the first 2 deals, right? They didn't say just the first deal. They said the first 2. So she might come through with the first one. And then, like she says in the scene in the preview where it's, I have protection now. You can't touch me. I'm untouchable now.
When it comes to that second deal going through, the money's no longer going to be there. Something is going to happen. She's going to get the drugs are going to get robbed. Something. She's not going to be able to make the profit to make that second re-up, and she's going to be securityless.
All right. So you see Claudia going out and her girlfriend. Are you agreeing with Kim that the Claudia and girlfriend are dead?
No, I just think the girlfriend is gonna cut bait. Like, oh, she's dead, and I'm going to go back to the life that I was living before episode 5.
That could be it. Yeah, you only need to kill one. You don't need to kill both of them. But yeah, if Claudia goes, girlfriend's not coming back. So that's fair.
Yeah, like she's not gonna be on some Tommy, I'm going to avenge her. No, she's gonna go back to, like she said, I can just call some of my parents' friends and have them give me a loan for an investment. No, she's gonna go back to that life.
Sounds nice. Anything else, Jamani?
I don't want Shanti to die. I want as bad as she is for Jenard, she's pretty much one of the strongest characters on the show. And I'm like, I want to see her do drug dealing as opposed to JP and Kate work through their parenting psychology.
Also fair.
Like he's fine. We have a whole scene of him finding bottles in the trash, and I'm like, me coming from New York City, I was like, oh shit, she put bottles in the trash because you get a fine for that. You have to recycle. I was like, she put it in the regular trash. Yeah, we gotta have a talk.
All right, and also he runs a bar, so that's just kind of silly all the way around.
He don't be at that bar. I'm like, that bar is ran by AI, a la our last video, but.
According to our last video. All right, Jamani, anything else?
That's it.
Thanks, man. We will see you for the next episode, which is probably a couple of weeks. We will see. All right, Chris. What is? Oh, sorry, man. I kicked Chris out. I got to kick you out. Thank you. Boop. There you go. Chris, the floor is yours. What you got?
Yeah. So I feel like we're gonna get a lot of bodies. A lot of bodies are gonna drop. Where's the Stacy? So I think Spice Girls are gonna be gone. I feel like Spice Girl is gone as well as Vic. So that's going to end the reign of the Flames, essentially. But I see all of them going as well as Tommy's boo thing. You know what I mean? Like the fact they're like, oh, I choose you. I was like, no, this ain't gonna work, man. I think Miguel might even die. You know what I mean? However, the only reason why I think she's going to survive until this next season is because they didn't play on the whole insulin more. Like they did the insulin thing more in the beginning of the season than they did later in the season. And I feel like if they played it later on in the season, it would be kind of more like, okay, this guy ain't long for this world. But they kind of only slowed it a little bit. Like they brought it up this episode, but I feel like he's going to survive this finale at least. So. So that's how I look at it as far as the deaths go. I also think another death, D-Mac. I think D-Mac's gone. I just do. I just have a feeling, yep, D-Mac is back. He should have stayed in the academy. The fact that he's back is kind of random, as we said. It's so random, and I feel like that's going to be there's going to be a reason for it. He's going to die. Tom's going to be pissed again, and then he's going to be like, now I need to get revenge on D-Mac. Just like, you know what I mean? So it's like every season, Tom's going to have to get revenge. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much it. I think that's really all a lot of what we're going to get in the finale is just a lot of bloodshed and maybe like more of the fracture of Tommy and Diamond in the sense of like them kind of going two separate ways, in a sense, right? So. I would not be surprised if that's how it ends with them kind of being at odds. But it will be strong if they do that and then having a whole bunch of bodies drop, essentially. So that's pretty much it for me. I don't know. Jamani said the rest for everybody. So, you know what I mean? So, So, anyway, I guess see y'all tomorrow, I guess, for Invincible. And,
yeah.
So,
we got 2 videos tomorrow. So we'll see you tomorrow.
I see you guys.
Later, Chris. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We got what's quick. D-Mac is gonna smoke Diamond. That would be interesting. We got Claudia lives. You want to see Claudia make it to another season? And maybe we got this. Maybe Diamond's going to use D-Mac and Marshall to take out Leon's killer. What do you guys think? We talked about that earlier in the video. I think Kim maybe brought that up, that, you know, it'll be better age-wise. It will look better if it's teenagers killing teenagers. Sad to say, but it's supposed to be grown men doing that. What for me do I want to see in the finale? I want to see it leaked, because I think they're supposed to take like a 2-week off. I think the finale is in 2 weeks. They're gonna take a couple of weeks off, so it can match closer to book 3 when it comes back. But I want to see it leaked so we can hurry up and review this thing and be done with Tommy. Yeah, I just like I need, but it's going in the right direction. I feel like in some areas it's going the right direction, but damn, it's a lot. It's a lot right now. So we'll see. Either way, we'll be here for you guys. If it gets leaked, we'll review it like we did the other leaked episodes. But truly, again, thank you very much for hanging out with us. Tomorrow, this afternoon, we're doing Kingdom Business, season 2, episodes 1 and 2. Kim and I are going to be doing that. That's posted tomorrow. Superhero Day. We're doing Invincible, Generation V, Loki will be tomorrow. That's 3, so we're gonna knock out those out tomorrow. So a lot more content for everyone. Thank you again. And again, excuse me, sorry. There's no break. Episode 10 is next week. My fault. So we'll do that. 50 Cent have leaked the finale, but would have leaked the finale by now. True. If the show was that good, for me, I don't think it's good enough to be leaked. My personal opinion. But anyway, like I said, we'll see you next week then for the end of Force. I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching us in the chat.
I enjoyed the view very much. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You're gonna be like, oh shit.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
You want to go ahead?
Oh shit.
Do your thing. Fuck that shit.
But anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just going to end this broadcast and say bye.